Hi. Hello. Communication. I don't know how to do it, frankly, if I'm being quite honest. So it's a year ago, a little more than a year ago, about a month, and I'm in this really weird relationship that, okay, it's like when you buy a car, and you bring it home, you park it in your driveway, you register it, you do whatever you have to do to a car, you turn it on, but you don't put it in drive. And what I mean by that is, we're never actually officially boyfriend and girlfriend. I mean, we hold hands, we kiss, we hug, and that's pretty much the extent of it. And it goes on for like 2 months until I'm really just like, what is going on here? I'm gonna ask him. And he lost interest by that time, so I never got to. It was like, I'm gonna tell him, and that day he just didn't even look at me, so that went really as planned. And I decided I'm done. I'm swearing off men. I'm gonna focus on school, which I didn't do, and it's gonna be great. And a couple of weeks after, my friend Hunter decides we have to cheer Allie up. We're throwing her a party. So he decides, okay, we're gonna throw her a costume party. Why? I have no idea. So I arrived at this costume party, and 4 of us are in costume, and 4 of us are not in costume, which is like, he threw this party for me. You can't do that. You can't do the one thing you're supposed to do, which is just wear a stupid costume. But it takes a little while for everyone to arrive, and my friend Jillian and her boyfriend Brian walk in, and Brian's best friend Keith walks in, and I had no idea he was coming. So he walks in, and he's wearing a suit and tie, and my jaw hits the floor. I mean, wow. Just, hey Keith, how you doing? How you doing? And he must have done the same thing when he saw me, because that entire night he stole the conversation that I was having with other people to talk to me, and he did this really cool thing where he looked at me in the eyes when he talked to me, which as a teenage boy, how do you do that? I just want to know. So, like you have to do, my eyes are here, but no, none of that. And it was really great, and I was having a great time, and I was laughing, and I was flirting again, which I swore not to do, because, 16 years old, let's swear off men, that's a good idea. But I'm having a really great time, and I decide, okay, I like you. And I tell my best friend Jillian, because she's dating Brian, and Brian is Keith's best friend, so it's going to go up the ladder, and it's going to be perfect. And I don't have to do anything here. She's going to take care of everything. And she looks at me, and she goes, Allie, he's a player. You can't like him. And I go, but I do. But I do like him. And she goes, no, he's a player. That's dumb. And I was like, all right, I'll move on. I didn't. And she says, okay, I'm going to talk to Brian, and I'll see what I can do. So the next day I find out that not only he is very interested in me, but his best friend Arthur is very interested in me. So now I have like this weird love triangle thing going on. But it's like, I never really liked Arthur. And so he was out of the picture, and I was like, all right, I'm going to get him. So we have class together, me, Arthur, and Keith. And so I decide I'm going to pick up my stuff, and I'm going to move next to them. And so my friend Hannah just kind of followed. She didn't really know what was going on. She was like, okay, we're moving seats, that's cool, whatever. So we move seats, and we start getting to know each other. And it's really going great. And I know that he likes me, and he knows that I like him. And that's the extent, that's it. That's all that happens ever from it, for the time being. And first couple of weeks, we're just hanging out, we're getting to know each other, and it's going really, really well. I'm really, really liking this guy. But I have this idea that when a guy likes you, he makes it known. And he does it in a couple of ways. He tells you, he asks you out, or he makes a move. He did none of the 3. So, I'm going, are you sure he likes me? Because he didn't hug me goodnight, and I tried to, and he just kind of avoided it. Are you sure he likes me? Because I want to go in for a kiss, but should I? And it turns into this really weird, I don't know how to put the car into drive anymore. And I can't tell him that I like him, because if I communicate that to him, then I'm talking and I can't do that. So I decide, okay, let's see how this plays out. Ball's in his court. Let's let him do whatever he's going to do. Okay. And I come home from school one day, and my mom looks me up and down, and she goes, "You're in so much trouble." And I said, "Why am I in trouble?" And she goes, "Can you believe you're getting asked to your sister's senior prom before she is?" I said, "Oh, Mom, what are you talking about?" What? She goes, "That boy you've been talking about for weeks is asking you to senior prom." And I said, "Really?" She goes, "Yeah, and your sister's boyfriend didn't ask her yet." I said, "All right, cool. Don't tell her." "Oh, she knows." "Okay." "Yeah, he told Kyle." "Oh, that's great." Kyle's my sister's boyfriend. He told Kyle. "Oh, great. That's great." So instantly my entire family knows, because I guess I'm the only one in my family that doesn't know how to communicate things. So everyone knows. And Kyle asked Nicole to prom that same night because he doesn't want to get in trouble either. So it's the weekend, and I'm with my friends. I'm with my friend AJ, and I'm at his house. And his house is about a 45-minute walk from my house. And I'm looking at my phone, because that's how we tell the time now. And I'm looking at my phone, and I go, it's 10:30. And my curfew's 11. I don't think I'm going to make it home in time. Even if I sprint, I'm still not going to make it home in time. And I'm not going to sprint, let's get real. So I'm complaining to my friends, because, communication. And I'm texting them, because we're all in this big group chat, as kids do nowadays. And I'm like, I don't want to walk home. This is going to suck. Wish me luck, everyone. R.I.P. me. So I send it, and I close my phone, I lock it, I put it in my lap, and my friend Dan looks up at me and he goes, "Keith is coming." And I said, what are you talking about? He's not coming. "Yeah, he's coming to give you a ride home." "Oh, he's here right now. Go. He's here." And I said, "Wait, he's driving me home?" "Wait, he actually came out of his way to come pick me up and drive me home." Okay, he must like me. So now I'm not being told by a third party that he likes me. Now I can see it. And he drives me home, and it's great. But I get to the front door, and I pat my back pockets, and I go, "I don't have my phone. I left it in his car." And because it is 2016, I do not 15. I don't know my own phone number. So I get my mom's phone, I call it a million times, and he comes and brings it back. And I get my phone back, and my mom goes, "You did that just to see him again?" And I said, "No, Mom, I'm an idiot. I left my phone in the car." She goes, "I don't care if you're saying that you did it, but you did it." I'm not going to admit to anything. So that was Saturday night, and Monday, I'm walking from gym to First and Film, which is the class I have with Keith and Arthur, and it's May. So I'm walking to from gym, disgusting. I mean, sweat, and just my hair is like matted to my head. I feel gross. I probably look gross. I probably smell a little weird, too. Probably have that like teenage gym class type smell going on. So I walk in, I pick up my papers, and Keith and Arthur both say hi to me. And it's really weird that when I walk into the room, they say, "Hi, Allie, how are you?" Because they would normally be like, "Sup," or be like, just give me that like head nod thing that guys do. And I'd either do it back or be like, "Yo, guys, what's going on?" So it's really weird that they're saying this to me. And then I'm looking in between the seats, because it's the little theater, so it's a little theater, the seats go up and up. And there's a bouquet of flowers. And I'm like, okay, who's holding it? Because it's in between the both of them. And I know they both like me, so what's going on? And Keith stands up, and he goes, "Allie, would you like to go to prom with me?" And instantly, I'm shaking like a leaf, and I can't get the smile off of my face from ear to ear. And then that's when I realized that my friend texted me, "Don't freak out," because she knew it was coming. I didn't look at my phone, of course, which is very weird for a 16-year-old not to do, I have to add. And I say, "Of course, I would love to. This is great." And now we're going to prom together. So is the car on drive yet? No. But we're reaching our hand to the gear shift.
Nice.
Which is farther than we've been so far. So I'm very excited. I pick out my dress, and it's really, really great. And still nothing. Still no kisses, still no hugs, still no nothing. Still no you want to hang out alone after school, none of that. And a couple of weeks later, my friends are really fed up with it, so they leave us at a park together. I don't know what they thought was going to happen, but nothing happened. Oh, besides the fact that he asked me to go go-karting with him. So I'm really excited. I haven't been go-karting in like years. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not the most coordinated person in the entire world. I personally don't know how I passed my driver's test for the first time. So I'm really nervous because I know I'm going to make a fool of myself. So we go go-karting, and it's great. I crashed the car into the wall. The sign says no crashing. You crash, you get kicked out. I crashed 16 times. Into him, into the wall, into everything. And it's like I don't know how to put the car into drive. I don't know how to drive in general, so I don't know what I'm trying to do. And after the date, we go on a little walk, and it's really great, and he never holds my hands or hugs me or anything, but we're in the car, and we're driving around in circles. I don't think he knows what to do. I think he's a little nervous, and he looks at me, and he goes, I'm going to call Brian. And I said, what? Well, okay. You're going to call Brian and invite him out on a date? Okay. All right. So now I'm thinking this isn't a date, because why would you bring your best friend on a date with you? I feel like that would mess up your game. But then again, I don't really know. So I just kind of let him do his thing. So we go to pick up Brian, and I'm looking down, and I know my mom told me, don't worry about what time you go out to come home tonight. You have a date. Don't worry about it. And I look down, and I go, it's 11:30. I got to get home before my mom kills me, because I really just don't want to be there anymore, because, I don't know what's going on. So I get home, and I walk in the door, and I tell my mom I'm home. I peep in. I'm like, hey, Mom, what's going on? She goes, tell me everything. How was it? And I tell her, I crashed into the wall 16 times, and we went on a little walk. Oh, and then we picked up Brian, and she goes, you picked up Brian? I said, yeah, we picked up Brian. And she goes, why? She can't wrap her head around it. I couldn't wrap my head around it. So, she goes, all right, so you guys picked up Brian. That's a little weird. And I was like, yeah. She was like, well, did he hold your hand at all? And I said, no. Did he hug you at all? No. Did he kiss you goodnight? And I look down at the floor, and I look back up at my mother, and for some reason, I can't hold it in, and I just go, no! He didn't even touch me! And I'm freaking out, full on crying, I haven't cried in months. I saved up this moment just to cry. I've been waiting for this entire year. I'm gonna cry right now to my mother. And my mom goes, okay, go to bed. Should go to bed. And so I go to bed, and it's a couple of days later, and he's in Philly. He is working with his father. His father's in construction, so they go where they're needed, and they're needed in Philly for some reason. So they go to Philly, and I'm talking to my friend Alex, and she's asking me how it went. I tell her what happened. We picked up Brian, and then, I cried to my mom, and she goes, hang on a second. I'm going to take care of this. And I said, Jesus, take the wheel. I don't want to be responsible for this anymore. I put this on Jill, she did nothing, and now I'm stuck driving, and I don't know how to. Just take it, all of it, just take it. So I gave it to her, and she's texting him, you walk out to her door, and you kiss her goodnight, and all this stuff, and I'm like, that's really good. That's really, really good. And the next night, she has people over, and I don't know what is planned. I just know we're playing poker. And we have to wait for everyone to arrive for her to explain the rules of poker. Because nobody's ever played poker before. I have never played poker before, so I don't know what I'm doing. And I know even if she explains the rules, I'm not going to do the right thing. So best to her to explain it. And Jill and I arrive, and we're the last couple of people to arrive. And she goes, okay, we got to wait for 2 more. I said, who else is coming? She goes, Keith and Nick are coming. Nick is Keith's friend who is working with him and his dad in Philly. And I go, oh, okay, Alex, this is the night? And she goes, calm down. Calm down, kid. You got to play it like I didn't plan anything. What is it the night? Calm down. I'll let you know when to go. So he arrives, and there's 1 seat left at the table. And it's the seat right next to me, so obviously everyone knows that seat belongs to Keith. Everybody but Nick, apparently. Because Nick plops right down. And Keith is shaking the chair get up. No, dude, get up. And he's like, no. Finders keepers, this is my seat. It's the last one. And they fight about it for 3 minutes. And then Keith goes, screw you, man. And he goes to play the piano. And I'm talking to Nick. I was like, hey, guys, how's Philly? What's going on? And he was like, oh my God. Wait, you're Allie. And I was like, see, hello, nice to meet you. We've met before. This is my name. My parents named me Allison. Allie short for Allison. Hi. And he goes, I am so sorry. And he, like, throws the chair up from behind him and storms off, and it's like, Keith, it's all yours, man. I don't want it. I don't want it anymore. You can have it. And I was like, okay. He must have been talking about me a lot, because nobody gives up a chair like that for no reason. Especially just working in construction for an entire weekend. Who does that? That's ridiculous. So Keith and I did actually end up kissing that night for the first time. And it was one of those kisses where the palms of your hands get really sweaty and you can feel it, like, in your toes. And, like, in, like, waterfalls and rainbows and just unicorns and Pegasuses. And it is just, like, the most amazing thing in the entire world. And still, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he just did that because prom is, like, 3 days away. So, like, get it out of the way now so that I look even better holding this arm candy on my hand. Or maybe he actually wants to date me. I have no idea. So prom happens, and we're standing at prom pictures, and a friend of mine who I knew a while back, she comes up to me and she goes, "Oh my God, you look so beautiful. Like, you guys look so good together. You kind of look like siblings, but it works." And, and she goes, "Is that your boyfriend?" And I look at him. And I look right back at her. And she sees what she's created. She sees that if he knows the conversation we're having, he's probably going to, like, say something to me. So as a very, very nice person, she goes, "You look great," and she runs away. And I am so thankful for that, because I was not having that conversation in front of my mother. And I was really mad. I was like, I should know this. This is ridiculous. I'm tired of this. I did this the last time. I don't want this to be the turkey again. I don't want this to be the last guy I dated. And we sit down at the table, and I look at him, and he's trying to talk, look at the decorations, the 2015 class. And I'm like, "Keith, I need to tell you something." "Well, I have to ask you something." And he goes, "Yeah, what's going on?" And I said, "What is going on? Are you my boyfriend? Are you my friend? Did you just want a pretty prom date because, like, you could have gotten a better one? Or do you actually like me? What is going on here? I am so confused. I need help. Are you my boyfriend?" And he looks at me and he goes, "Would I take a girl to prom I didn't want to be my girlfriend?" And I realized if I had asked him that a month before prom, the answer wouldn't have changed. And with that, I was finally able to put the car into drive and leave the driveway and just go straight on the freeway. And, communication!